I feel bad for not dropping you to your door.
You're not Prince Charming. It's a massive disappointment.
It's just that I'm really late for this meeting.
You have your priorities?
Hey, you're the reason I'm late.
As long as it was worth it.
Oh, yeah. Lunch later. I'll call you.
Hey. Yeah, I have a client who's looking to market a range of alfresco dining accessories. It's basically barbecues with notions. Would you be up for it?
Sure. Email me the details.
Will do. You know, I could have collected you from Emer's. Well, that's where you said you were.
I was.
Is your phone on the blink? I tried calling you.
I switched it off. Was it important?
Checking in. Well, it could have been. You know, maybe keep it on in case there's an emergency and I want to get hold of you.
An emergency.
They happen.
I know which one this was. You were sitting at home alone with no Melanie to nag, so you decided to book me. Do you want to have another go about James?
I'm actually trying really hard not to mention him.
Then don't.
Hey, how many of Vinny's friends are actually staying in the house? Do you know them? I'm not asking you to name names, just give me a number. Sean, are you afraid of her?
None. A few visitors come and go, just like in every other house.
Why don't I believe you then?
Pete.
Can I go now?
Never mind him.
I'm disappointed you took her side.
You were tough on him.
But she's cast some kind of spell on him. And he's lying for her.
But you put Sean in charge. I'm sure you can trust him.
I'm determined to make this work. You hear tales of landlords being made proper idiots of, you know?
But back off a bit. Let them get on with things.
You can answer that?
Why would I? It's Jer.
Maybe try talking to her. You're gonna have to sometime.
Who wrote that rule?
She needs our family support. That means we don't pressure her.
If she leaves it like this, it'll just fester.
And she has me. And our dad. We can look after her.
Jer is leaving today for who knows how long. We have one chance to start fixing this. Oh, pull with me.
There's Sean. Throw a chauffeur. Look, I've no problem with you staying. I know you're stuck, but it's just... If Sean tells Pete you're still here, I'll be gone too. I understand, but where'll I go?
I'm no rat,
Sean, didn't hear you come in.
and I don't report to Pete.
I never said you did.
If Sean tells Pete.
Well, that if is a very big one. I know it'd take a lot for you to snitch. Anyway, we keep going till the place is spotless. I told you hate a mess.
You have turned this house into a cape, and I never said a word.
You didn't have to. It's written on your face, that intensity.
Whose clothes are in the sink?
Sean likes a clean kitchen.
Next on the agenda. Frankie, will you give it a rest? I'll sort that out too, I'm sorry.
Like, I'm not some sort of stormtrooper, but just cop yourselves on.
You know, you could lend a hand.
I'll leave your mess to you.
You don't butt heads with an alpha. Frankie! Surprised he's up so early.
Try not to hassle Michelle, okay? Yourself and Frankie aren't getting on so well.
She is hanging on with me by a thread.
She just pretends she isn't to get your attention.
Don't even bother.
Straight up, why would I lie?
I should have let that give him a slap. How is Hailey? Guess. Not great.
Are you running away from me?
I'm setting up for a meeting later.
I'm sure filling the hall with chairs is important.
Some gamer legend is giving a talk. He used to be homeless and an alcoholic. Now he's clean and minted. It can be done.
I feel the inspiration. If the young drunks aren't falling around inside already, the setting up can wait.
You're here looking for a fight?
Have you any idea what you've done, or do you just not care?
I did the right thing, telling her the truth. Hayley will eventually realise that.
You risked my relationship with her for your glorious truth. She isn't even answering my calls. She could be sitting at home, bawling her eyes out for all I know. You just waded in, to hell with the consequences. As long as you got to ease your conscience. But that's what this is about, not Hayley. You're a selfish pig.
I genuinely believe she'll come around to you.
Pray that you're right. Because if I don't get my daughter back, you'll suffer.
The way it is between you and Ger, your father and I were talking about it.
Well, it's the way it's staying.
If I'm honest, a part of me, a tiny part, was glad you ran her. That's just years of my baggage with Ger. The truth is, it's a very bad move for you.
Ma, look, I appreciate you trying. But there's no need. I'm not falling apart here.
Your dad thinks it's going to affect you badly. Maybe not today or tomorrow. I agree with him. It doesn't have to be all hugs and kisses. Just don't leave things between you and Ger so final. Can you leave that for a minute?
No, it's work. Right, I'm doing some marketing consultancy. It's a freebie, but no harm keeping my name out there.
Are you thinking of getting back into that game?
Never say never.
Walk away from the pub, you mean? Now's not the time to be burning all your bridges. You'd be very foolish to do anything while the whole situation is still raw.
Not for me, it's not. All right, I'm perfectly fine. Ger and Liam know where they stand, and I have absolutely no regrets.
It's me you're talking to. Have a sit down with Ger before she leaves.
2 chances.
I'll do it for your dad. He's worried about you. Don't throw it back in his face.
Thanks for this. I know it's short notice. I'll only take a few minutes. Look, I don't blame you at all. That Vinny one would buy and sell far smarter than you.
Stop talking, Pete.
Well, smart is the wrong word. Streetwise. You're an innocent, Sean. In comparison. Now, I'm only here to check on the fittings, see if there's any leaks. But I might trip across some sleeping beauties along the way.
Ah, he's my favourite landlord. John told me you were coming. I bought biscuits.
Did he? Well, I suppose there's no point in me checking upstairs then, is there?
Unless you want to see how well I made my bed.
No, I'll pass on that.
You know, we should make this a weekly thing. It'll help stop any misunderstandings. Maybe when you get to know me, you get to love me. Like Sean does.
Give over.
Oh, that's really telling her.
Now,
Hey. All right.
I told Hayley. It went as badly as I thought it might. Maybe if I'd done it weeks ago, like you advised me to.
It was always going to be a bombshell.
Not if I'd been up front. Now our relationship is tainted by the secret I was keeping. Should be fixable for Ger.
And you?
Hayley's made it plain how she feels. I'm not pushing it.
So that's it? You just give up? She's your daughter. Nothing's going to change that.
And both of us had lives before this. Maybe it's time to go back to them. Oh, not now.
Sorry, this won't be a long conversation. You don't have to worry about me creeping up on you in a dark alley, all right?
Well, sleep better.
And I shouldn't have come at you and threatened you.
The roles have been reversed. I'd have done exactly the same.
Maybe Hayley's calmed down too. You won't know unless you try.
Here's the man who prides himself on timekeeping.
Sorry. I had to pull over and take a call. It went on and on. I did get a big deal out of it.
In that case, you're definitely buying lunch.
Never in doubt. But it'll have to be quick.
If you don't have time, it's cool, we can cancel.
Oh, I always have time for you. Cheesy, but honest.
That could be your motto.
Demanding, but worth it could be yours. Making me bring you breakfast in bed. You were always so bossy the morning after.
I wouldn't now. You're my first morning after. My first, full stop.
Are you serious?
That wasn't supposed to be heavy. I'm happy it was you.
So am I. Let's go back to my place. We can raid the fridge afterwards.
I suppose I should be thanking you.
Anto's the one pushing this. Against my wishes.
You actually like the situation.
I think it might be a bit too soon. But what do I know?
Thanks for agreeing to meet me.
I'm here under protest. I've said everything I want to say to you.
You might as well listen. It won't take long.
I should have told you as soon as Liam showed up. But he wanted more time. The longer it went on, the more difficult it became. I was in an impossible situation.
Oh, poor you.
I was only getting used to having a daughter. I didn't want to risk losing you.
Congratulations. You did.
Hayley.
I don't need you to fight my battles. Can you leave us?
Go on, Mom.
If that's what you want.
Don't kid yourself. You're not that cold. Are you really ready to throw away everything we've built? You can fling all the insults you want to at me, but don't dig yourself into a hole. Pull back and give us a chance.
Your go-to with everything is to lie. I was stupid enough to think it'd be different with me.
It is. I promise.
Just give it up.
Knowing we can still sort this. Be as angry as you want, but save it for the one who really deserves it. Liam.
I've enough for both of you, believe me.
We're not the same. Do I have to say it? I love you.
Aren't you due at the airport?
I prefer to stay with you.
Go look after your precious business. You won't be missed.
I could be gone for months. Please, just give me a reason to cancel. I have my answer.
Don't bother calling me. I'm blocking you.
Any more bile you need to get out?
All finished, as long as you've got the message.
I hope you're saving some of this bitterness for him.
He doesn't cost me a thought. Same as you.
Be very sure this is what you want. You'll have a long wait if you're hoping for me to come begging. Lots of time for you to regret being stubborn. It's not as if I haven't been guilty of it too. But I chose my targets with a bit more wisdom. Now take my advice and draw back from this.
You'd like us to have a chance. There is no us. No chance.
I'm ready to do what it takes. Put up the hoops and I'll jump through them.
Get off your knees, Chair. It's beyond pathetic.
You've made your choice. Live with it.
I'm doing a before and after. Let Sun Fun Accessories turn a good garden into a great garden.
I like it. You picked a decent location.
I'll need people to play a typical family.
No problem. Yeah, I can stick on an apron and a hat if you like. Listen, I saw you with James this morning.
Why pretend you didn't?
Wasn't expecting you to lie. You spent the night with him. Am I wrong?
No.
I might be naive. I never thought it would go any further.
We're together. Get over it.
If you really were cool about all this, you wouldn't be lying to me.
I want to be honest with you. But you carry on like an out-of-touch old man.
By giving a damn.
You can't accept that I'm grown up enough to make my own choices.
This is the wrong one.
Wasted journey. She's in town.
I tried the cab office. Leo Dowling said she was here. Please, Nora, just get her. I need her advice.
Is that why you're calling? To speak to the Oracle? Is your phone on the blink? Carol's is working fine.
I get you don't like me. Message well and truly received.
Oh, it's way beyond that. Hypocrites never did it for me. Add a collar and you're the perfect 10.
Just tell her I'm here.
I've told you she isn't. Are you calling me a liar? Did you run him? I thought you were asleep. You could have checked.
Everything all right there, Anto? You seem to be distracted.
I just wanted a quick word. Sharon wants me to arrange a room for the monthly book club. It's a real shame there's none available.
They're all available.
No, like I said, it's a real shame. Sitting around with Renee and Ray discussing soppy romance? No, thanks. They're usually about 500 pages.
Well, that's all right. I'll put you down for the quiet office here beside the lift. It'll save you having to lug all those heavy tomes up the stairs.
By the way, Compo, you must be really rolling in it on the rent, eh?
Excuse me?
Exactly how many tenants do you manage to squeeze into number 41?
What do you mean?
Probably shouldn't say. Post office stuff.
No, hang on. I'm the landlord. It's my property.
Nice slagging you.
If it concerns me, Anto, I need to know.
I deliver loads of parcels there, all different names, none of them Sean's.
Any of them addressed to a Vinny?
Not that I can recall. And I'm not saying any of the parcels are in any way dodgy.
I'm sure they're fine, yeah.
Hope I haven't caused any hassle.
No, you haven't. No hassle at all.
I'd love to come to yours tonight, but I'm swamped with work. Will you miss me? I can't bring work on a date. We'll just have to leave it for another night. How much were you looking forward to it? You might change my mind. Okay, I'll see you in 15. I expect champagne.
Mondo was stressed out, sitting in, staring at the wall. He didn't know I saw him, though. I backed off and left him alone.
He'll be okay. What can I do? He's going OTT.
Maybe skip James tonight and go talk to him. That might be all it'll take.
You caused this. If you hadn't ratted me out, he'd know nothing and have no worries. Don't start putting your guilt on me.
You go ahead and order there, Dolores. I'm going to say hello to Vinny here.
Just hello?
A friendly greeting. Simon Gallagher. Sean Montgomery. Frankie Sheehan.
You've read a phone directory. I'm impressed.
A.J. Weber, man.
Never heard of him or her.
That's because your cultural education is sadly lacking. He's a famous garbologist. Made his name by going through Bob Dylan's bins to find hidden info. I went through yours to find the names of people who've been getting post. Anyway, sleep well, and sure, I'll be in touch. I know where you live.
Your ma said it was a train wreck with Hayley. I'm so disappointed with Jer. She really should have stayed.
What, and Hayley spitting at her full time?
You have to take the hits. That's the job of being a parent, kid. Did Hayley say anything about Liam?
Only for her, he doesn't exist.
Except he does.
He was asking about it.
I'm sorry it didn't work out with Jer.
I'm not.
I know you. You don't have to hide your feelings.
About her.
I want you to listen to me. I think you might really regret not spending time with Liam.
Yeah. You could go to the cinema. Or maybe for an outing at the zoo. All those things I used to do with you. You can slip right in. Newer model. You're my dad.
Do you think this is easy for me? You can't cut the man out of your life without giving him a proper hearing.
Watch me.
But don't divide it on my account. Well, think about it, Hayley. I would hate for you to end up with regrets, and you will.
Do you really want me to contact him?
Yes.
There. It's up to him now.
I hardly know you.
Or me, you. Dad reckons we should try.
Is it what you want?
No, you're not going anywhere till you get sense. I don't care how long it takes. Or you can get out of my apartment. Permanently.
I have to say this, you've been absolutely useless as my point man. But you should be all right. Once the bad influence is gone.
I take being a priest seriously. But I'll walk away from it for you.